Hello and welcome back to the iReady 7th grade mathematics pamphlet. Today we'll be solving understanding multiplication with negative integers, question 2. Solve each problem and then explain how you determine the sign of the products. Well, as we know, multiplying is pretty simple, but when we're multiplying with a negative, there's a simple rule we always have to follow. Positive times a positive will be a positive. A negative times a positive, or positive times a negative, will always be a negative. And a negative times a negative will always be a positive. Pretty simple. So, negative 3 times 9, it would be negative 27. Since the 3 is negative, but the 9 is not. Negative 8 and negative 5. Since they are both negative, we know for a fact that it is a positive, so it would be 40. Again, another case of double negatives, meaning it would be a positive. So 5 times 3, that would be 30. Now, we get into a little bit of a predicament with multiple ones. Negative 1, 2, and negative 6. Well, the negatives cancel out each other, so it would be positive and a positive and a positive. So that would be 1 times 2 times 6, which would be 12. If there's multiple ones, just remember, two negatives cancel out each other. So negative 2, negative 4, and negative 7. Now this is a tricky one. So negative 2 and negative 4 cancel out each other, so they would be 8. But now they're being multiplied by a negative 7, which we know positive times a negative equals a negative. So the two negatives cancel out each other, but there's another negative, making it 8 times 7, which would be negative 56. Because there is of course an extra negative. Now, when there are four negatives, well, two negatives cancel out each other. So this would just mean that there are four negatives. So two negatives cancel out each other. They would all be positives. So 3 times 4 times 3 times 1 equals 36. Something to help you out is, if there's an even number of negatives, the answer will most likely be positive. Will always be positive. If there is an odd number of negatives, the answer will always be negative. That has been understanding multiplication with negative integers, question 2 in the iReady 7th grade mathematics pamphlet.